everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Igor here, and in this video I'm going to talk about Canadian unemployment situation and how I ended up signing up for Uber. 2017 was not the best year, and few previous years before that, economy in Canada was really bad. Oil prices went down. Many provinces have really high unemployment rates as of now, and the situation doesn't seem to improve much. My story is this: I have been laid off on September 2016, and I was unemployed for almost a year. I was searching for jobs, living on employment insurance. And let me tell you this, employment insurance is like a bread for the starving, so you wouldn't starve, but at the same time, it doesn't help you really pay your bills. So it is something that will probably support you a little bit, but it's something that doesn't really pay your bills. If you have a mortgage to pay, car on finance, there are many things you have to give up and tighten your belt. At the same time, your savings, my savings, were getting less and less every month to cover up those expenses that are not getting covered by the employment insurance. So it's not a good situation. I've been searching for jobs and I've been networking. I've been going to many networking events. I have went to Project Management Institute. While being unemployed, I got my PMP certificate in project management from Project Management Institute, and I have been to PMI South Alberta chapter many times. Lots of project managers are unemployed right now. They are not putting it on their resume. I know project managers that have been delivering pizza to survive. They put on their resumes as if they are independent consultants and other things because they're too embarrassed to say what they have to go through with current economical situation. At the same time, to make things worse, employers are squeezing out. They're making the best work for the least, and people have to agree to it. I mean, when there is not much of a choice and you have been on unemployment insurance for over a year, and then a year after that employment insurance has been done, and for one more year you have been draining your savings, people start to agree for anything. And employers, recruiters, and human resources are taking this as an advantage and abusing the system by making people work for close to nothing. It's all about economics, supply and demand. More employees, less offer for employment, equals in lesser wages. That's how it all works. But at the same time, I was in the same situation. So my employment insurance was running out, and I was already thinking, what should I be doing? Because I have applied for many jobs, I went for a bunch of interviews, but there is so much of competition, and there is so much of people who are way more qualified than me, with more experience and gray hair than I do. They are working, they have been working for many years, and they are willing to work what I'm willing for. I mean, what I'm asking the employer for, those people are willing to work for less because they are desperate. They have been laid off before me and they have more experience, and they're just going to grab it. And employers are going to look at their resumes and they're going to take it. So what am I supposed to do in this kind of situation? Of course, the only solution is just to keep on searching, keep on networking, and keep on trying. So before I got my full-time job, luckily I have it right now and everything is fine. I got it just in time and it was probably a luck or something, but I got a full-time job. I'm not going to say much about my working situation as of now, but I'll tell you how I ended up working with Uber. So when your employment insurance is getting close to an end, you are starting to think of crazy ideas of how to make money. Some people choose to work in fast food restaurants, some people choose to deliver pizza. People are trying to do whatever they can to make a living. You have to do what you have to do, and that's always been like that. So why I chose Uber is because I do not consider Uber to be a full-time job. I do not consider Uber to be a career. Uber is something that gives an extra income, and that's why I chose it. The tricks that caught me is, number one is flexibility. if you're working in a fast food restaurant, you're still on a shift. And if you're on a shift, you have to be there. For example, you have to be on the morning shift on Thursday, and you get an interview in the morning on Thursday. So you'd have to ask for permission to leave and go there and explain yourself to your current employer. Doesn't matter where you're working, but that's what you have to do. Even if you tell the employer, I need a real job and this is what I'm doing, it's not the real thing. For those guys, it doesn't really matter, because they need you to do the work you agreed to do. And that's something that Uber offered me. I can switch on the application, I can work, and at the same time I can go for interviews. I can switch off my application at any moment of day. Like I can drive right now someone, and then, for example, I'll get an interview, I can switch it off, I can drive there, I can do the interview, come back to my car and keep on working. No one is going to tell me anything about it. At the same time, it offers more money than fast food restaurants. Fast food restaurants, how much are they paying? I'm not exactly sure, but it's about $14.50 probably, or something like that in Calgary. So in Uber, I can make close to $20 an hour, and if you deduct all the expenses, it's just like having probably like something around that on a regular job. So it's more than $14.50. At the same time, it gives that flexibility. That flexibility that other jobs do not. The only fear I had is being self-employed and not working for someone. So when you're driving for Uber, you're basically self-employed. And that option is what attracted me. I was thinking that now that I'm going to be on my own, with no government support, with nothing in my pocket, in savings, I would be able to work somewhere. That's why I subscribed for Uber. Luckily for me, I got a full-time job, and as usually, right now in the economy, I drained all of my savings. I need to make up at least a little bit of it. I'm still driving for Uber to make an extra income, because it was just not enough. And I think that Uber is actually a kind of a solution for unemployment situation in Canada. There are always ride requests. When there are lots of people unemployed, there are more people who are going to take Uber, less people who are going to take cabs, because they're simply too expensive. Uber is like similar to fast food restaurants, but at the same time, you're making more money. You have the flexibility of the schedule. You can work, for example, part-time or full-time. You can switch off the application at any moment. You can go for the interview. So that's why I liked Uber. It wouldn't stop me from getting my dream job and continuing on with my career that I wanted in Canada. It wouldn't prevent me from doing so while I can make money. That's the main trouble why lots of people do not want to take any kind of jobs, and prefer to stay unemployed and contribute all of the free time that they have in searching, spending their savings, and not commuting to any kind of employer that is not willing to pay them or offer the job that they want. This is the main reason that I find that Uber is actually a good thing, kind of a temporary solution for those who are searching for jobs. And it worked for me, and luckily for me, I was able to sign up. I started because I was desperate. I started signing up for Uber, and by the time I signed up, I was in the process of doing so. My friend called me, and he said that he's working a full-time job, and he is also driving for Uber. Then I realized that I can use his link and get that subscription bonus from Uber. I didn't know about it. Well, the bonus was not as much as I wanted it to be. I got in the end, because I'm in Calgary, it was about $150. I got from that bonus extra to what I made. It was actually a good pay. I made lots of money really fast, and if I didn't have that friend, I wouldn't get it. I'm also going to leave a link to that link for a subscription right under this video, so you can also subscribe if you want it, if you really want to drive as Uber. For me, it was the only solution. when I was unemployed, because I didn't have any job offers. I didn't have any other opportunities. I didn't want to work for someone for nothing. And this option was good. I could make as much as I can by working more or less. It's not like I'm getting, 10 or 16 hours a week shift at McDonald's or something where I have to go, and I don't really want to do fast food. This way, I get to work in my own vehicle. I get to choose when I work and when I'm going for interviews. This way, I can keep on searching and get myself a regular job. That's how I signed up for Uber. And that's how I started driving. When I got a full-time job, though, I still decided to keep this Uber job and work extra, because, there is no boss who is going to tell you how much you have to work. You can work as much as you want. You can make extra. And that's why I'm still driving for Uber while having a full-time job. The situation in Canada is really depressing. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. Because lots of people I know from my profession, I am more into project management, even though right now I'm working in logistics. Still, I know lots of people who are working close to nothing, trying to do other kind of entry jobs, going away from their original careers. And that's what's happening in Canada. I hope it's going to improve soon, but for now I'm just thinking that this video might help those who are searching, those who are desperate, who want to make a living. I think this Uber thing is going to help you support your family, support yourself, pay your bills until you get a full-time job. I hope this video was helpful. I'm thinking that economy should improve. I think that government should do something about it, and I hope it will do something about it. And I wish you good luck on your job search. Don't get depressed, because I've been there, I've been through it. I was about getting myself into that cloud of depression, but now I'm out. Good thing I found Uber when I really needed it, and good that it's still here and I am able to support myself with it and make extra money to make up for what I lost while I was on my unemployment. Thank you, everyone. Please do comment on this video. I would like to know your comments, and best of luck on your job search. I hope you find it soon. Have a good one.